I don't know if you ever have, if you have two children and they're fighting, they say, well, who started? She did. Why are you hitting your sister? Because she hit me first. Have you heard that one? I'm not hitting her. She's hitting herself through me. I mean, it's like she pushed a button and I hit her. I didn't do anything. I'm just a machine, and she hit me, so I have to hit her back. Now, you may think this is funny, and this is what children do. When they go to school, say, Daddy, this was me, so this is not my children. I would go home, my mom, Mommy, I got a 10. 10 in Argentina, we didn't get A's, we got 10s. But then there are some other days, and say, she gave me a 2. I never got a 2. Okay, so that I win, and they made me lose. Success has many parents, but failure is an orphan. That's the principle of life. That people say, well, you know, when things go well, I did it. And when things go bad, somebody else made me do it or somebody else screwed up. The problem is that the place where we learn how to improve is the place where we don't know, where things are not going well. So if you're not able to enter into those places of lack of success or failure with a spirit of responsibility, you will never make anything better. Because you're just going to be stuck, disempowered, attributing causal agency to factors outside of your control. So when these people grow up, you know, the children that I was mentioning, they grow up and they use language like, well, you know, the project got delayed. The project got delayed, like, you know, it decided it wasn't going to go, so the project just decided to stay stuck and it got delayed. There's no notice that it's the same language. There's no human being. Or, oh, you know, the file got lost. It took the wrong turn and, you know, it never reached my desk. It's too difficult. Now, this is a beautiful one. It's too difficult. Now, difficult is not a fact. Difficult is an assessment made by people who don't know how to do it. So the victim says it's too difficult. What would a player say? It's too difficult for me because I don't know how to do it. So Chinese, is it difficult? Yes, for me it's terribly difficult. For the Chinese 2-year-olds, it's not difficult. They speak it normally. So when you don't know, it's difficult, but instead, I rarely hear people in companies saying, I don't know how to do this job. I don't know how to do this with this level of resources. They'll say, no, it can't be done. It's too difficult. So it's very subtle, but it's totally pervasive. So maybe I'm giving you a curse, because by pointing this out to you, when you leave this room, you're going to start hearing the victim story everywhere, because everybody lives in the victim story. You know, in Argentina, for example, the city floods. Every July, you know, when it rains, the city floods. And for the 20-some years that I lived there, every time that it happens, torrential rains flooded the city of Buenos Aires. It was the rain, okay? It was not the lack of pipes and the lack of plumbing and the lack of infrastructure to channel the water out of the city. The fact that nobody invested or there was no engineering works, that's irrelevant. It was the rain. And of course, since it's the rain, every time it rains, it floods again, and what can we do? You can't stop the rain. That's the way it is. You know, it's God's fault. You want to blame someone. You know, God did it. We didn't do anything. So, you know, these adults keep working like victims, and they keep pointing fingers. It's like, well, she made me do it. She started it. It's the same thing that kids do. It's the same Faustian deal. I want to be innocent, so I'm willing to be powerless. In a conscious business, this is not acceptable. So I see a leader like Morpheus telling Neo, well, you know, you can take the red pill or the blue pill. If you take the red pill, nothing happens. I mean, I changed the colors because I use that with a slightly different instrument. In the Matrix is the opposite. Some of you may notice that. But the idea is the same. It's, you know, what kind of life do you want to have? Because depending on what pill you take, life is going to look totally different to you. So here are some questions that I'm going to ask you to play with. We're going to do a very quick exercise, work with a partner. And I'll ask you to think of something that didn't go well, just a problem that you had. It could be something that bothered you or upset you. It could be something that happened today, a small thing, or something big that happened years ago and you're still troubled by it. something that you say, oh, this was a problem. So first, you're going to work with a partner, and your goal is to convince your partner that you're a total victim, that it's not your fault, there's nothing you could have done, somebody else did it to you. So you want to be 100% committed to the story that this was not your fault and somebody else hurt you. So here are some questions that can guide you. Who's to blame? What did he do that he shouldn't? Okay, you can. Part of being a victim is to be very self-righteous. They shouldn't have done this. This is not right. They can't do this to me. Why? Because they're evil. People are evil. People are unconscious evil. They don't care about anything. What should they have done instead? Well, you have lots of theories about what people should have done, and what they should do now. So let's just take 5 minutes. It's a lot of fun when you start telling the story like that, but do it on purpose. We do it all the time without thinking. So now I'm going to give you 5 minutes to actually do it on purpose. 2 or 3 minutes, one person. Choose a real situation that bothered you. Tell the story like a victim, and we'll see what happens. So go ahead. You can. First, notice that it's actually joyful to tell the story like this. It's very nice. It's very gratifying. Just like a drug. And in the short term, it makes you happy. The problem is it's just like a drug, that in the long term, it kills you. Because it's not your fault, but it's not in your power to do anything about this. So if you live like this, after a while you start feeling resigned and resentful, because everything is out of your control. This is totally destructive of the human soul.